Hey everybody, I'm back in another video. Just an update. I might do my first live stream on Friday around, I don't know, like maybe 12, maybe 1. Uh, maybe, yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, like maybe for like 12 or 1, I'll do a live stream. I might live stream, I don't know, maybe like Spider-Man, because I'm still playing that at the moment, so I might just live stream that, and we'll go from there. If I get a lot, if people like it, then I'll do more. If they don't, then we'll probably stop. But uh, on to the review. I know this video probably won't get a lot of traction, like as much as my other ones, but I like this show enough, and it's one of my interests, so I figured I'd give it a shout out. Hope, because I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this show, so I figured, hopefully this will give it somewhat more attention. So this is a Netflix show. As you can tell by the title, it's called High Score Girl because it's based on video games. It's a Japanese anime, and I thought it was pretty interesting. There were quite a few problems I had with it, but I still liked the characters enough to where I could keep watching it. So you start off with the guy named Dick. See, my problem with the show is I'm not like huge into anime or anything. So they had like each person would get called like 2 different names. So I don't know what is going on there, but whatever. So we start off with Haruo, and he's playing Street Fighter 2, and then this girl comes out of nowhere, and he uses his main character is Guile, and then she uses Zangief, which is funny because that's my main character. So she uses Zangief and beats him, and because he's supposed to be like the best in the arcade, and then she beats him and sort of knocks him down a peg, and sort of build a relationship between those two. And the problem with the show is that it goes from like 7th grade, I think, ish, like 7th grade, from like 9th grade, freshman year of high school, like so it goes from 7th grade to freshman year, and it's really just like the way, like, I like the characters and everything, but the way it's written is really weird, I think, because it goes from episode you go from episode 3, and then Ono moves to like 2 years later. So maybe it's not 7th grade. Maybe it's like 6th grade to 8th grade, and then freshman year. That sounds right. Because it goes from like 6th grade. Because then like just out of nowhere, there's just because you can tell that Haruo kind of likes Ono, and he's thinking about her, and he's like, it's been 2 years since you left, and it just kind of comes out of nowhere. That's my main problem with the show, is things kind of just like pop up out of nowhere without any explanation. Like we have like the 2-year time jump that comes out of nowhere, and then we get on episode 4 we get introduced to Hidaka, which is another one of Haruo's love interests, and so it goes from, you have like Ono from like 3 episodes, and then in like the, oh boy, like the 6th episode, she comes back. She moves back, and yeah, it just kind of, that bothers me because there's no like explanation for anything. It just like, she just sort of comes back for, like, we don't find out why she moves. We don't know why she comes back. Because I mean, I'd figure like, especially because she moves to like California, if I remember that correctly. So it doesn't make any sense as to why the drastic move and like the time jump, like we don't get any explanation. Because I figure like, especially like when you're in middle school or like high school like that, and you move to like a whole another, I'm pretty sure it was California. I could be wrong, but when you move like that, then usually like your classmates are like, "What's going on?" You know, like usually like your dad has a different job somewhere or something, and then you come back for like, I don't know, you come back because the job didn't work out or something. Um, but you know the cultures are different because it's like a Japanese anime and this is America. Uh, and there is like weird times I feel like because it's like certain episodes they tell Haruo not to like go to the arcades and like it's like forbidden or whatever. Maybe that's just middle school. I don't know. And it like kind of gets forgotten about. Like they can't go to the arcades like in their school uniforms. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing that goes on. So we, yeah, it's basically the whole. Then after Ono comes back, it's like a whole love triangle. But yeah, I like the characters a lot. And I just think it's a good show for the fact of like it does kind of teach you a little bit about video games. It's mostly based around like just like Street Fighter. You go from like Street Fighter and like the Nintendo Entertainment System all the way down to like the PlayStation, and you go to like Darkstalkers, Sega Saturn. So it kind of has gaps and different time spans of like different consoles, which I thought was cool because I wasn't really around for that era of video games because I was born like 2000, so I had like the Xbox One, the PlayStation 2, and then the new consoles now. So yeah, I thought it was a good show. I thought the love interest was good. I do like the more I think about it, I do understand the whole moving thing for Ono because you have Ono and then Ono moves and that gives you time to build your relationship with Hideka. So I understand what they were going for, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't make a lot of sense for the storytelling purposes. And then also we find out of nowhere that Haruo got a job, and you're just like, that came out of nowhere because we didn't see him like apply to any jobs. He just like randomly gets a job, and like some scenes, I feel like there's no reason for them to be there. Like he'll just like be at work, and then his boss will say something, and then we cut to the next scene, or like it'll hold for too long, and you're just like, I don't know what just happened. But yeah, those are just minor complaints. Also, sometimes, at least on when I was watching it on my phone, I'd be watching it and it'd be fine, and then it would cut to a scene of them playing video games, and the screen would get like really dark, like almost black, and I'd be like, I don't understand what the point of that is. Maybe it's to simulate an arcade game. I've played a few, but like, I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was overall pretty good. Yeah, there was love triangle, history of video games, and those are the only minor complaints I had. Oh, another thing is the whole Hideka. It's just an interesting because you can kind of see how the characters progress and everything. Because it's like a span of like 3 years, at least in the show. And the character of Hideka is really interesting, I think, because as much as I do like the love triangle and everything, because it's like that's the typical thing. Like you get like in a lot of the media, you get like even like Scott Pilgrim. There was kind of like a love triangle of like you had Knives and you had Ramona Flowers and you had Scott. So it was kind of a love triangle there. So like the love triangle is the classic thing. But the problem with Hideka is like it's kind of hard. You can kind of see why she likes Haruo, but it's kind of, at least for me, it was kind of difficult to tell like why she likes him exactly. Because she makes references to like being boring, and then like she's not passionate about anything. But then she sees Haruo getting interested in video games, and she's like, "This is amazing. This guy's like all into video games and everything." So that kind of like sparks a fire in her, I guess. And she likes seeing him passionate, like getting in the zone and playing video games and everything. But also, I feel like he's kind of a jerk to her. So it's weird to see that dynamic, I guess. Like, the guy's a jerk. Not necessarily a jerk. He'll play video games with her and everything, but he seems kind of like a know-it-all. And he kind of like, you can kind of tell he's interested in Ono, but he still like lets Hideka play along, and he kind of pushes her aside for video games, I feel like. But those are minor complaints. Because overall, I liked the characters, and I liked the whole theme of video games and everything. But yeah, I'd probably give it a B+. So there's the live stream, and then also I was thinking, I know the video is about like 4 years old, but I was rewatching it because I just wanted to like refresh my memory kind of. There's a video. It's like 4 different parts, and it interviews Daredevil, the movie, and it's by like movie master Adam or movie maker Adam or something, and it's in 4 different parts, and he reviews the movie Daredevil. So I know it's kind of dumb for me to make a response to this, but I just kind of want to put it out there. Just because I have gotten a lot of superhero movies, and it is kind of it's just on my head, on my brain. But I noticed, like, the main reason I wanted to go back to it was just to like see his points and everything. But like most of his points, I feel like aren't very well fleshed out, because most of his, okay, it's fine. If he likes the movie Daredevil, that's fine. That's good for him. I'm not gonna take that away from him. That's cool. Especially because, I like the character of Daredevil. I like the Netflix show. And again, that's kind of one of the reasons to bring up his review of the movie is pointless, because now we have the show, so it's kind of doesn't make much sense to bring up his points of liking the movie when the show's out and the show's better than the movie. But at least overall, in general, speaking terms. But I've noticed most of his criticisms of, or his reason for liking Daredevil, is comparing it to like the comic books and comparing it to Spider-Man the movie, the first one from 2002, and it just seems kind of pointless, because that doesn't show how it's a good movie. It shows how it's a good adaptation. It shows how it's a good recreation of the comics. Like, it needs to stand alone as a movie, not as an adaptation of the comics or a comparison to Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1. So yeah, I just figured that'd be an interesting thing to take note of. Kind of put it, that way it's out there, so that way if I ever make a comparison to something, I can keep that in the back of my head. But yeah, keep that in mind. Also, I did see an interesting, I saw a video from Comic Drake, and I saw a article, because policemen and military people have been using the Punisher logo on their vehicles and weapons and everything. I didn't really care. I thought, like, okay, that's cool, if they want to support a comic book character, go for it. But I believe it was Jerry Conway that brought up the argument of Punisher being a vigilante, and he shows the downside of the the justice system. Yeah, like the justice system at its lowest points, kind of. If the justice system had failed, then that would be the Punisher. So I thought that was an interesting thing to bring up. You can talk about it in the comments below. And also, so there's the live stream. And if you like this video, then you can follow me on social media, because I have pretty much every social media. There's Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Tumblr. I don't really use Tumblr, so yeah. Anyway. So those are like my main 4 social medias. If you want to follow me on any of those, go for it. And you can leave a comment down below. You don't have to, yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. Also, I know a lot of people don't really care for American Splendor, but I got this in the mail, so I'm probably going to be reviewing this sometime. Pretty excited to read it, because Harvey Pekar is my favorite comic book writer. So yeah, I'll be reviewing this in the soon, and I've got a few other trade paperbacks on my shelf I need to read, and then I've got some in the mail for a belated Christmas present. So yeah, a lot of comics to review and so little time. If you have anything you want me to review, leave it in the comments below, and I'll try to get to it. Somebody did recommend reading Gwenpool, so I need to try to read that eventually. I need to get the first volume or something, but I haven't had the time because I've been doing cosplay and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to leave a comment, that'd be appreciated. And get ready for my next. I'll see you in the next comic book review. Thanks for watching. Peace.